Hey, Gunner, you're situation. Come. Oh, okay. To bite my tail. To help. She's too happy. Ah! Oh, oh. No, look. Oh.
Well, hello everybody, welcome back. This is the fourth installment on this layout. As you can see, I got the frame propped up against the wall, the top's back off of it again, and what I'm doing is I'm placing risers. Now these are 3-inch blocks that I've got cut. They're a little long, but I'd rather they be long too short. What I'm going to do is I've cut 1-inch spacers. Alright. Now I know that this bottom level is going to be at 1 inch, so what I've been doing is I'll clamp the 1-inch spacer. And I know these Jaws of Life clamps are probably a little bit too big for this, but I'll clamp them and push them in there to where they're even like that. And once I do that, I take a little bit of wood glue, and if I can get the bottle back open. Alright, I just add it on the side that's about to be clamped to the frame. Now you want to make sure that your frame pieces are the same height when you're doing this. Now they got to be level on the top. They don't have to be level so much on the bottom, but if you got top edges like I do that are even all the way across, your work is going to turn out right. Alright. Now that I've got the glue on there, which is probably a little bit much, take my clamp, I get it on there. I'm buttoning these right up next to the old ones for reasons. And we just take the clamp, put it right on there like so. You can still move it around a little bit while the glue is not completely set yet. Clamp on there, right? Alright. And then once you have it set, you can take off your spacer. Just that easy. Now, when you got a row already going, you don't really need that spacer block anymore. You can just put it right level with the next one. So, I'm going to get this one all set up. Alright, I'm just putting glue on the bottom portion, spreading it around. Alright. I'm going to take another one of these clamps. This one here is not as big as the others. I'll put it right up next to it, line it up where it's even with the other one. And just put the clamp on there. Let it set for about, I don't know, 20 minutes, and remove the clamp and go to the next one. That's all the 1 inches that I need for right now. But as I told you before, I was going to cut out those gaps. They're already cut. As soon as this is all ready, I'm going to be gluing this to these risers in this fashion. I'm gluing them for the simple fact is I do want this to be strong. I will go back and nail them later, but for right now, it's about my best option. Once that is done, these little spacers that I've been using will go on the outside edges of the risers for the edges. The reason why is because this gives me a spot, an extra little bit of adhesive area for the glue on the very ends. It also gives me a nice spot for the fascia to butt up against. I'll be working on that later. But that is important to remember. Now I do have a 1.5 inch cut and ready, which is right here, and that's going to be for the spur. Now when it comes to the spur, I've also got 3.5 inch blocks, 4 of them. Now they will be set at different intervals to get up from that inch to the 1.5 inches. So when that's figured out, and I'll show you how I do that, might be this episode, might be next episode. Alright, but I will show you how I do that, and it shouldn't be too long for me to show you. Alright. Well, unfortunately, I don't know any quick and easy tricks for grades. And I know you can't see my head real well unless it's crouched down, but that's because I want you to see the work, not my face. Alright? I don't know any quick and easy tricks for grades. I do know that this needs to be 1.5 inches high, which is the spacer block that I've got cut. Alright? Not coming up too high, is it? So what I want to do is I want to find the center of where the rails are going to be by squaring the end up as best I can. And as long as I know where that's going to be, I'm going to go ahead and glue and clamp that 1.5 inch spacer, block and all. I've already glued and clamped this piece, but I'm going to glue and clamp this directly to the frame for right now. And I'll show you how I set my grades. Grades aren't very complicated. Everybody seems to think that they are. As long as you know where you want the track height to be, making grades on a plywood base is pretty easy. Alright, you just need to know where your track center line is. Bring it all down. Make sure you got it right where you want it. Bam. Now, if I get down and eyeball this, it's pretty easy to see. Let me try to lower you guys. Don't mind the house, I know it's a mess, but we've been working kind of awful hard. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Well, I can see where this is. I can see where it's supposed to be. So, knowing where it's supposed to be, I can add a little bit of glue to this block. These are the ones I cut 1/2 inch longer than the last ones. Sorry, glue bottle's running low. It don't take much glue, believe it or not. Alright. So now what I'm going to do, I'll get down here. Just going to eyeball this. Alright. Clamp on it. Take here a bit more. There we go. Move this just a little bit further in. Clear my t-shirt. Alright. Now, do the same thing on down the line until just about level. All it takes is an eyeball. It doesn't take much. It looks like it's got a wave in it. It's got a wave in it. Readjust your risers. notice I'm tilting this up. It's because it's not sitting quite level because I've got it on the back of my couch. I'll move it just out a little bit, maybe it might help. There we go. I'm doing the Great Houdini balancing act. Yeah, that looks about right. Then just like the normal risers, let the glue dry. Once the glue's dry, you should be good. Now I'm going to put one of my regular size risers in here as soon as I got a free clamp, and that ought to just about do it. Yeah. So once this is dry, I'll go ahead and do that. But there we go. And there we have it. We've got a grade all the way up the end. And when they're both sitting there, this one here's climbing up, and this one here's nice and flat. I need to finish this up on the ends, and I got to do the yard risers. But the yard risers and these risers are exactly the same. There's no difference in them. So the only thing that there is, let me get this one here square. The only thing that's left to do is to tack this down through the riser with some brad nails and glue the top of it. Or glue the top of it, put the board on it, tack it down, good to go. And that's how I do my grades, is I basically just eyeball them. But I don't think, with me pushing down on it as hard as I am, that any N-scale locomotive is going to have enough weight to really bend it. And here, yeah, sure. But in between the two risers, I can push down on that pretty good. So I could probably stand on it if I wanted to. And that's 3/8 plywood. So some people like to buy that 1/2 inch, but 1/2 inch is god awful expensive because it's also used in housing. So I use 3/8. When all the risers are done for this, it'll be 3 inches higher somewhere that other one is. And with me cutting the guts out of it, this got a lot lighter. So I'm gonna let that sit dry and set up. Push that one back down. I'll let this sit dry and set up completely. And then I'm gonna do a double check once it's done. It's done to my liking. Then I won't have to redo it. But there you have it. How to set a grade on a layout. Well, open grid benchwork layout. Cookie cutter, whatever you want to call it. But I don't have enough clamps to run that last riser yet. So I'll let it sit for now. And I'll bring it back later. Next episode. So till then, everybody have a good one. Well, everybody, as you can see, layout's coming along. This is episode 4 of the new layout, I do believe. I'm doing a final thoughts video this time. As you can see, the compilation of everything is coming along. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel and video if you enjoyed it. Share it to anybody else that's out there trying to build a layout. Taking you step by step with how I do it, and that's about it. Also, if you really enjoy these videos and you'd like to see more coming, go ahead and go down into the info section. I've got a post to my Patreon subscribe there, donate me a little bit of cash, and I can help churn these videos out to where you guys can learn from them. So all I'm here for is to try to get people interested in the hobby and to keep people that are already in the hobby interested. I just really hope you all enjoy it, and have a good one.